MOV shared a whole bunch of love, bro. The whole time he was showing so much tech. But yeah, I'm happy I could see why he won that match. It makes perfect sense, actually. But yeah, so MOV, what he did, I went to him, and they was just starting the game versus tournaments. I don't know if anybody knows about those. They had game versus Rambats, which Nuki set up, where basically had Rambats of all the different arcades competing with each other. And I remember not seeing MOV's name. MOV's name wasn't up there. Because, like, you would have the ranking and where people were. And in my head, I was like, where the hell is MOV, right? I was like, where's MOV? So MOV was at the tournament. And I said, MOV, I said, Rambat. And he didn't know what I was talking about. I said, Rambat, game versus Rambat. I said, the game versus Rambat. He finally was like, oh. And I said, why aren't you entered? And you know what he said? I said, why don't you enter the game versus Rambat, MOV? And you know what he said to me? He said, too easy. I said, I love this guy. He said, too easy. That's what he said. That's what he said. He said he said too easy. And at that moment, I was like, oh, he a real one. But here's the next thing, chat. 2 weeks later, guess who I saw finally start into the tournaments? MOV, who also made it to the top of the Rambat. That man said, too easy. But I told him, I said, you got to go. I'm not seeing you. Afterwards, I said, enter, win. And he was like, okay. But he started entering. And he started blowing people up. But for like months, he wasn't entering. And he said it was too easy, apparently. I mean, but he went there. He went the hell off. So I don't think he was lying, you know? MLB was a monster. I remember I asked him about, like, the percent. Like, I remember I asked him, like, where's all the players at ranking? And he said, when I asked him about the ranking of, like, the players, he said, No. I asked him about the knowledge. Like, he was talking about the information of Third Strike and, like, how much people know. And, like, he was saying, like, how much people know about Third Strike, like, overall, the players. And he said most players are around, like, 10%. Like, he said most players, like, 10%. He said me, 25%. He said Kuroda, 99%. That's what he said in regards to, like, knowledge of the game. He was like, he knows the most. He knows more than everybody. And then he said it would be me, and then most people are underneath. That's how he did it. He said he knows 25%, Kuroda knows 99%. He said everyone else is around 10%. He was just saying in general. I think, so, from what I gather, he was saying, like, Kuroda came up with a lot of different OSs and option selects and crazy stuff that, like, people don't do because it's too difficult or it's too, like, he was like, learning how to master certain techniques takes like 6 months of practice. He was like, so people are like, fuck that, like, I'm not gonna do it. But then your boy Kuroda would do it, and then, like, he would just be dominating because nobody else could do it, and he was the only one doing it. So it's kind of like he would come up with stuff and do stuff that, like, no one else would do, and practice it relentlessly. And it would give him an advantage because he would have techniques and strategies that the only way you could do is by practicing them forever, and nobody else was doing them. So I think that's what he specializes in, is coming up with very unique things. You can see that in his play when you watch him play. He's very different. Like, he comes up with different stuff that no one else does. So it's always cool to watch. Yeah, that's what he told me, Flex. And I mean, when it comes to the totality of the game and complete character knowledge about all the characters, yes, it's the truth. Like, he knows everything about everyone. No one else can play the entire cast and win a tournament. Like, not like that. Not like he does. But enough about that.